Hey, I know. How about we watch a lame executed, horribly fought, no tenacity, no passion SEC game that UGA had right before we go into one of the biggest competitions we're going to have all year. Does that sound good to you, Daniel?
No.
No. We're going to talk about it next on Locked On Bulldogs.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast overreaction show, the Saturday night special, brought to you by our friends at Game Time. Download the Game Time app today if you ever want to go to a live sporting event. But why would you want to do that? Because sports are the worst. Why do we do this, Clint? Why are we here?
This is our
Someone
fault.
tell me why we're here.
I could have chosen not to have enjoyed college football, watched this game, or wasted 3 hours of my life. All of them coming in the final minute and 18 of the game.
Let's go to review right now to look back at the first 1 minute of this podcast. Let's just let's take it to review. Like, we'll be back.
Let's review the review of the reviewers as well.
Okay,
Daniel.
Georgia, I guess, won the game.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm being told we won the game 13-12. We're not feeling great here at the Locked On Bulldogs. That's the official position of the Locked On Bulldogs podcast.
It's kind of an understatement.
Clint and Daniel, we're not feeling great.
Sure.
Where do you want to start in this game, Clint? And why is it how soft we are on both sides of the ball?
That's it, Daniel. Talk about how we are gutless, have no drive, have no motivation, don't want it, and would have rather quit midway through the first quarter and gone home and just said, Kentucky, you can have this one. Because that's what it felt like from every single person on this team.
Clint, we got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off, and we are soft on the lines of scrimmage. I mean, I'm talking about like it's running through a tin horn is what Kentucky was doing to this defensive front. We were getting blown off the ball on both sides of the lines of scrimmage. Does Kentucky have a good defensive front? Yes, they do. Do they have an all-American guy that is just an absolute mountain of a man, big number 0 in there? Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was told, Clint, that our offensive line was supposed to be good.
Oh, there it is.
I was told that by us. I said that. You said that.
And I repeated it back to you, Daniel. And then we got a whole bunch of people together and we agreed together that based on our eyeballs and based on the talent level and based on the coaching, that we should be the most dominant offensive line unit in the entire country. That is the furthest lie I have uttered on this podcast in the 7 years we've been going, Daniel.
Georgia's soft. They're just a soft football team. Like, that's maybe it's a one night only situation. Are teams usually soft for just one night only? Is that something you normally just pick up as like maybe I'll try this out? Nah, I'll just drop that and get rid of it for the future. Is that something that typically happens?
It's easy to have tenacity, grit, and determination, Daniel. I hear those character traits are really easy to pick up. It's why everybody has them.
Okay, so if you're soft, then you're soft is what we're trying to say. And Georgia went out there and showed you unequivocally tonight that they are soft. And now, are they going to be able to fix some of the execution issues? Yes. Are they going to be able to fix some of the situations that we saw today? Are they going to be able to score more points? Yes. Did the defense still go out there and not give up a touchdown? Yes. All these things. But we learned something about this Georgia team today, guys. And don't try to sugarcoat it. In the second segment, we're going to come out here and we're going to talk about all the positive things that we saw. And there were lots of positive things. We're going to talk about all of the names of all of the people who I thought really showed out. Just so don't get on the comments and tell me what a negative, like, naysayer, we won the game. We just won the game.
You're a Disney dog.
Okay. Just listen.
Okay.
You try to convince me that we're not soft after you watch that game. I dare you in the comments.
Based upon your eyeballs.
Yeah. Don't tell me that I'm being the wrong kind of fan. Just try to convince me that I didn't learn something true about my team today, and that true thing was this team is soft. They are soft on the defensive front. I know Warren Brinson and Michael Williams weren't playing. Those are two guys. I saw a bunch of soft guys on the defensive front getting blown off the ball, getting run through by a 5'10", 152-pound running back.
The look in their eyes and the look in our eyes was different. It just was different. They kept falling forward. We kept on getting hit back. And when we wanted to try to fall forward, they had a rally of guys coming around and kept pushing. They were nasty. They were hard fought, and we were not. It was like we showed up, and when we try to tackle, we put our hands on them and we just anticipated, well, you know who I am. I'm Georgia. You should go down right now. Like, my hands are on you. I got in position. I'm not going to finish the drill because we're really good. So why don't you just go ahead and take a knee for me? That's what it was like. And Kentucky said, no, we're going to fight this one out. We're going to be in it for the entirety. And they were, guys. They were. We're soft.
I hate it.
Defensive line is soft. Ben Urosek,
go away. Go away.
Just, I think your education should be continued at another university.
I don't care what you do. I don't care if you get educated or not. Leave now.
Soft.
Go away. Soft.
But clap your hands and look down in the middle of a play. Literally.
Monroe Freeling came in and I
yep.
thought did some really solid things. We're gonna get to him in the second segment.
No,
but what I'm trying to say is he came in
because
the play at left tackle, Clint. Never in my life did I think that I was going to get on this podcast tonight and say that Ernest Green played the worst game at left tackle I can remember seeing at UGA in the Kirby Smart era. But he did tonight. He did.
Daniel, we have a position that we're soft. That is the position right now of Locked On Bulldogs. The other position that we voted unanimously pre-production with the Sherpa, he agrees with us, as well as John Tweet Sport and the whole Smith boys. Freeling is the new left tackle we want to see out there.
We'll take
it's unanimous. Come on in. Because Ernest Green, I don't know what you were doing. It
wasn't good. I'll tell you that. It wasn't good. We're going to get to some positive things. The reason that this is it's so frustrating is because the offense was soft. Offensive line getting blown off the ball. Defense was soft, getting blown off the ball. And this Kentucky defensive front is good, Clint. We talked about that. Is this Kentucky offense good?
No.
Clint?
No, let me quickly put that to bed.
No. They're quite bad. This Kentucky offense is really bad. I think they're the worst offense in the SEC. I think at the end of the season, we're going to see that and say this Kentucky offense is the worst in the SEC. They can only do one thing. And at the end of the first half, they marched it right down our throats and kicked a field goal. And then we went in at halftime and sat there for 30 minutes. And then we came right back out and they marched it right down our throats again, doing the exact same thing and kicked another field goal. Scored points on 2 consecutive drives. I know we didn't give up a touchdown. That's because they cannot throw the ball at all. Check back with me in the third segment what I see moving forward for this team. But we're going to be back. We're going to talk about positives because there were positives. We did win the game.
Yeah,
so I'm told. We'll talk about it right after this.
But first, I want to let you know about eBay. eBay Motors is the place that you need to go right now for millions of parts for your ride or die. Whether you have foreign, domestic, whatever it is, whether it's a souped up thing or just a daily commuter trying to get you to work. Whether you are an ETN model or you're Frazier who's new but needs to be recalled and brought back into the factory because some things started falling off down the road. Needed to be
We're losing parts. We are hemorrhaging parts going down the road.
eBay has all those parts for you. They're the place to go right now. eBay Motors, millions of parts for your MVP, whether it's performance, maintenance, exterior, interior, whatever it is. what you can do is you put your car into a year, make, and model into My Garage on eBay Motors, and eBay Motors guarantees the fit of whatever part you're looking for to match that vehicle. If it doesn't fit, they're going to make it right. Get your money back, get you the right part. They're fantastic. We love them. We use them. Get over that now. eBay Motors, millions of parts for your MVP. Win every time with the parts that fit your ride. eBay guaranteed fit, only available for U.S. customers. That's not all, Daniel. We also have LinkedIn. LinkedIn's fantastic. We love using them. You should love using them. And here's why, because right now you can post your job for free. Did you hear that, everybody? For free.
No money involved.
No money. LinkedIn.com/LockedOnCollege. Millions of businesses are looking for the right candidate, the right team member to get onto their team. And LinkedIn has the jobs for you and the positions and the people to fit those jobs. And not only is it people looking for jobs, it's people that are saying, hey, I'm out here. Make me an offer. Try to pitch me something. See what comes of it. LinkedIn Jobs, millions, over 81 million people who are on LinkedIn. Businesses will find a qualified candidate within 24 hours. You need to go to it right now. LinkedIn Jobs, LinkedIn.com/LockedOnCollege. Post your job for free. The best professional finding, recruiting source, AI tools galore, everything that you need to take your business to the next level. LinkedIn.com/LockedOnCollege. Post your job for free.
All right, Clint. I talked way too much about how soft we are. Let's talk about some people who did some positive things for the Georgia Bulldogs in this. Let's talk about the reason we won the game.
Here we go.
Because there were a few reasons that we won the game. We tried to lose this game, Clint.
We did.
We wanted to lose this game, it looked like a couple times.
I hand it to you, Stoops.
Oscar Delp just threw the ball down on the ground. He just threw it down onto the ground at the most critical juncture of the game. He just said, okay, I'll put it down here.
He probably made it up for excellent blocking all night, Daniel.
We're talking about now people who did a great job. I got us derailed already. Who do you want to start with, Clint?
I want to start with my new favorite player on defense, Raylan Wilson. Daniel, this guy is sharp. This guy is fast. This guy is instinctual. He's everything you want out of a linebacker. And when he gets to the point of attack, he finishes tackles. When it is rare on this defense right now. When he was the first one to the ball carrier, y'all, he made the tackle. It was not often that somebody slipped out or leaned forward. When he was coming up after the fact and cleaning people up, he had to do so because other people couldn't stop the tackle. But Raylan Wilson is my dude at inside linebacker. I thought it was gonna be CJ Allen season. The more that we got out of camp, you and I both came around to Raylan Wilson might actually be the most talented of this group, which is bearing out before our eyes, Daniel.
Well, sure
this cat is fast, smart, all over the place, Daniel. I love what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I would agree with you if Jalen Walker didn't play for the Georgia Bulldogs, because I am contractually obligated to say that Jalen Walker is not only my favorite, but the best player on UGA's defense, and it's not particularly close.
When he loads up that back leg on his stance, he dips those hips just ever so
around
subtly.
That left tackle like he was not even there, Clint. I mean, he's wreaking havoc in the backfield. He's chasing down plays on the sidelines. He is fast. He's lightning quick. He had a completely legal hit on Brock Vandegrift in this game that
he did the same exact thing 2 drives later, no penalty. Literally side-by-side comparison.
Not a penalty whatsoever. Jalen Walker nearly single-handedly tried to keep this defense in the game. I also thought Ty Ingram-Dawkins, shout out to you. You called this on Friday. I thought Ty Ingram-Dawkins took advantage of his snaps with Michael being out and really showed me something moving forward. He is going to be a rotational piece in this defensive front. You can't afford not to have him on the field.
He's in.
Unfortunately, he's not a freaking big enough body where we actually need rotational help. But he is a fantastic player. Got off blocks well. I thought has some great pass rush moves. Really gets into the backfield and closes well. The combination of him and Jalen Walker today were, an absolute
beauty
force in the backfield. Who else? Who else stood out to you? Maybe on the offensive side of the ball.
Let's go to the offensive side. ETN is the best offensive weapon we have. You can keep Arian Smith. I know what he does, and I like Arian Smith. I'm not saying keep Arian Smith. I actually, he's the second best offensive weapon we have. So, but ETN is the most explosive, is the most capable, has the highest ceiling, the highest skill set, the highest floor. He is it, guys. We're a run first, because Carson Beck, what he does really well is he spreads the ball out to everybody. We don't have a number one go up and get no matter what wide receiver. As much as that pains me to say, and as much as you want that, and I want that, we'll never have it, I don't think, for some time. ETN is phenomenal, and he does something different. I'm going to stop comparing him to other UGA backs, because he's nothing like them. He is a little bit of some people, but he is new from what we've ever had at UGA for his ability to make guys miss in a very small window. And I'm not talking huge juke moves. I'm talking like a boxer who just moves their head ever so slightly and the punch barely misses them instead of these big looping misses. He is so quick.
He just turns his body sideways and just slides through tackles.
It's incredible what he's able to do.
It's really nice to watch. He's a really physical runner, but he's also lightning quick. It's almost as if he's thunder and lightning, Clint. And I just
not tonight, Daniel. Not tonight.
I just appreciate what he brings to this roster. Branson got the touchdown. Happy for him. He clearly does not look like he has it. I mean, like, whatever it is, he does not have it right now. Continue to get healthy.
Whatever it is. Sure.
Continue to get healthy, Branson. Continue to rehab. Continue to do all those things. Get back, hopefully, to the form that we saw 2 years ago. And yeah, Nate Frazier came in and ran sideways a lot. And Kirby Smart said, "Not today, son. Like, not in this game. We're not going to have you out there running sideways in this game. It's just not going to work." It worked against Clemson, and it worked against Tennessee Tech, but it ain't going to work.
Your freshman is showing.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
So that was tough. But yeah, there were some guys that made some play. I thought Dom Lovett was really good tonight. Like, I thought Dom Lovett was really good in the pass game tonight. I thought Dylan Bell got open a couple times. I thought that catch that Colby Young made on the sidelines was phenomenal. Like,
instrumental.
Absolutely phenomenal. But Carson Beck didn't have it tonight.
Nope.
And we can there's three things that could be true. And it's probably a combination of all three.
Okay.
The O-line played like garbage.
Yep.
The game plan, aka Mike Bobo, here it is, friends. Like, just get ready. I'm gonna give it to you. AKA Mike Bobo was not good tonight. The game plan was not good.
No.
And Carson Beck at times looked like a freshman out there. He looked rattled, like genuinely rattled. And let me just tell you, the offensive line wasn't playing that bad for him to be that rattled. Like,
I thought it was at first.
It's not like, yeah, you texted me this and like, I thought, no, that's not, I don't think that's what this is. Because yes, he's having to move around in the pocket, but I saw a lot of clean pockets tonight, especially in pass pro. I saw a lot of horseshoe pockets tonight. Yes, he had to move around. He made some plays with his legs, but there were just plays I thought that he missed. I don't know if Kentucky, obviously you're watching the TV. You don't have the all 22s. Let me know if you were at the game. Yet. Maybe Kentucky just blanketed us in the secondary. Maybe it was an absolute.
I think they dropped a couple of dudes way back.
Maybe nobody could get open. But if that's the case, there should have been underneath routes open. If that's the case, the running game should have been able to get going. And spoiler alert,
we're talking about guys who did well, Daniel. You got back onto
I'm just trying to say this offense, I don't think had anybody that played poorly outside of the offensive line, Carson Beck and Ben Yurosek. Those are the guys that I thought played absolutely poorly in this game.
Yeah.
I thought plenty of guys on the offense played fine, played good, played admirably, but there was no continuity. There was no rhythm. And it comes back to what I said up front. We just got bullied. We just weren't tough enough.
Yep. We didn't have a lather anywhere. People weren't working it up. There was no rhythm to it. There was nothing going forward. We were behind the chains the entire time. I guarantee you Kirby's presser is having right now. He's talking about playing behind the chains. I guarantee you that
I guarantee you he's saying a win's a win in the SEC. It's a tough place to play on the road. It's a road win. I don't know what you want us to do. Come in here. We got out here with a win.
All credit to Mark Stoops. He's fantastic. One of the best coaches in the SEC. He's doing a hell of a job over there.
Mark Stoops has quit on his team, and this Kentucky team is terrible. Kirby, with all due respect,
this was his resume builder. This was his Christmas, his Super Bowl. This was everything. He gets to hang his hat on. I kept Kirby Smart close. 13-12 game. This is his resume builder, y'all.
Yeah, he gets to hang his hat on the fact that he has never in his career beaten Georgia. 15 straight wins over the Kentucky Wildcats. All right, third segment. We're going to talk about some positive things, and we're going to talk about some
bucket things.
Get your bucket things. Go ahead and get your bucket. We'll be back right after this.
But first, it's Factor Meals. Factor Meals is fantastic. Fuel up with Factor Meals, no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals thanks to a menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, Factor Fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved, ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make the day your kickstart a new healthy routine. What are you waiting for? With 35 different meals, more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll have tons of new flavors to explore. Treat yourself to restaurant quality meals and feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, and blackened salmon. Enjoy effortless support of your lifestyle. Choose from 6 menu preferences. Help you manage calories, maximize protein intake. Meet simply, eat well balanced. Head to factormeals.com/lockedoncollege50. Use promo code lockedoncollege50. That's 50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. The code lockedoncollege50 at factormeals.com/lockedoncollege50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Daniel, let's start with some other kind of just go around and tell me who else you thought was like the good of this game.
I'm out of people that were good.
What about Woodring?
Yeah, sure. I thought he was good. I mean, he hit his field goals.
Yeah.
He didn't have any particularly long ones. We kicked a field. We were so bad in the first half. 60 yards in the first half, Clint.
63.
3 first downs in the first half.
Yeah.
We were so bad in the first half. We scored 3 points. And the only 3 points that we scored was on a drive where we had 0 first downs. We got the big takeaway. Could have been a scoop and score, but wasn't a scoop and score. And the offense comes out, gains 2 yards, and immediately kicks a field goal. It was maybe the worst half of offensive football I can ever remember seeing for the University of Georgia. I mean, 3 first downs, 60 total yards in a half of football. Like, that's tough stuff. Shout out to Randy Spoon, friend of the podcast.
Randy, we love Randy Spoon on Twitter.
He and his wife had a baby today. So Randy had a great day today.
Randy, congrats, homie. We love you, man.
Congrats to you. And so he's not miserable. No. Hopefully you didn't even watch that game, Randy.
Hopefully Randy, you were just holding your new babe, your family.
Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need Georgia football. And that being said, consider this. I'm finished with Georgia football. Like, I'm out.
Consider this. I would have traded places with you in that delivery room in a heartbeat today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how. Okay.
Yeah.
I said we're gonna get some good. We're gonna get some bad.
I think it's just to be all bad.
No. You're a fan of the Georgia Bulldogs, which means that you're a fan of a team that has won 42 consecutive regular season football games.
It's a lot of games.
Guys, that is a lot of games.
A lot of games.
You're a fan of a football team that has won the most consecutive conference SEC games in the history of the sport.
Yep.
Like, never has there been a team that has won as many consecutive conference SEC games.
Red light should be going off on your dashboard right now, people. Just so you know, in your head, red light should be flashing everywhere. That Daniel.
They already know. They're here on the third segment. They already know. They know who they are. They know who I am. They know. They already know.
What's going to happen, Daniel?
I'm just trying to tell you. Yeah. There's a bye week this week.
Okay, so we can't add to that total.
Enjoy those streaks, Georgia fans. Savor them. I'm trying to tell you, 42 consecutive regular season wins. The most SEC wins in a row in the history of the conference. Enjoy them. Because this is normally I tell you, don't bother getting in the comments and trying to tell me something. Don't try to. This time I'm begging you.
He's honestly, the sanity of his fandom may depend on it.
I'm literally begging you, and I'm not asking you to get in there and tell me that I'm an idiot. I already know that I'm an idiot, and I'm not going to read those comments anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yes,
I'm asking you to get
that he's in, by the way.
Yeah, I already know that this is not the most attractive background in the world. That's fine. Put it in there again. It's fine. I get it. It's not a fine. What I want you to say is give me a reason why you think we will actually beat Alabama. Because I'm telling you, Clint, there is not a reason on God's green earth that a rational, sane person could come up with why this soft Georgia football team could possibly have any hope to go toe-to-toe with Alabama and not get physically manhandled.
And I'm not asking you to unicorn it. Like, well, in a universe in which everything we just saw gets reversed in a week and a half.
Thank you.
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking honestly. Tonight, Clemson, the first half against Clemson, Tennessee, everything that you've seen thus far, and everything you've seen out of Alabama thus far. Because what I've seen is an absolute rock star stud at quarterback, Milroe, who he can't throw. And well, he has two routes that he can throw, and he throws them very well. The two routes.
Yeah, he threw them all over us last year.
Yeah, but he will run it down your throat, and he will pass it over the top to Williams going 40 yards down the sideline. This is their offense. Now, I know that. You know that. Georgia knows that. Tell me how our defense is going to stop that, because they couldn't stop 5'8" transfer from North whatever college came on down to Kentucky. Like,
we're soft. We're going to get run straight through by Alabama. I just don't see it. And like Georgia's going to have to come out and look like a completely different football team than they did today against Alabama in order to have a shot in that game. And I guess maybe that will happen. I'm not going to sit here and hold my breath that Georgia's just going to magically transform into a different football team. That somehow Michael Williams being back is going to make that big of a difference in terms of the physicality of this. And again, I get that we haven't given up a touchdown on defense yet. I get that. Kentucky's offense is really bad, and they move the ball on us consistently all night tonight. Alabama's offense is much better.
I wanted so badly to be able to just laugh at the stupid face of Brock Vandegrift tonight, Daniel. But I couldn't. I had to tip my cap to him and say,
yeah, because he made some great throws.
You made some great throws. A couple of comeback routes, did really well. A couple of out routes, did really well. Running the ball, did exceptional. I was so mad. I was getting ready to
hit a receiver in the hands to convert a third like that. I mean, Georgia could have lost this game, y'all, a lot of times. Again, Oscar Delp just put the ball on the ground. He just said, put it on the ground.
We're on in Cincinnati.
Thank God Cincinnati means bye week. It's going to be a long 2 weeks, y'all.
It is. It's going to be
very long. Talk me off a ledge. We're gonna get deep into the analytics.
Help me out, because it's not going to be a one-man show trying to talk this man off that ledge. It's going to take a whole bus. So come on.
The text thread tonight was not a happy place.
It was not a good place.
It's not. It shut down there at the end. I just had to. I threw my phone.
Radio
across the room.
silent for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we didn't want to. I wasn't even about to be a part of it.
He is.
Yeah, go ahead.
He is Daniel. This is Locked On Bulldogs, part of Locked On Pattern. Thanks for the overreaction show. It's our favorite every single time. Go to it, Daniel. We'll see y'all next time.